found these wooden blocks at a yard sale. I couldn't pass them up. To the rest of my family, they're like, yeah, wooden blocks, but to me, they're little pieces of wood. And they're cool. Seems like some of these might be even antique or vintage. But that doesn't matter. They're, like I said, they're pieces of wood to me. And I can make things out of wood. This one almost seems like it's vintage. I have several of these, and I'm going to make them into different type of shipping crates. And maybe a few other things. The smaller block is a little over 1.5 inches. And it's got a two sides that have letters that are imprinted on them. And the smaller one's a little over 1.25 inches. And it also has 2 letters that are embossed in it. I'm going to start with this little one. I'm kind of concerned about that embossed letter. Yeah, you could actually cover these with electrical tape and just have them different colored blocks, like metallic duct tape. So I'm going to cover this one with this metallic aluminum tape. And as I thought, the letters did poke through a bit. That's okay, because if you set it on one side, on the bottom side, you only have to worry about the top side. I crinkled up a piece and put it on top. Looks okay. I don't know. I don't think this one turned out as great. For this next one, I decided that I'm going to cover it with a piece of paper first, and maybe then the letters won't be able to be seen. I traced out and cut out 2 pieces of paper, and I'm going to tape them in place, or glue them in place before I put on the sticky aluminum tape. And I think it turned out great. You can't see the letters, which is great. So I'll have a metal cube, which would look much better than that other one. For the corners, I just cut them and then bent them over, kind of give them that box shape or that shaped sheet metal look. I think that's going to look pretty cool. I might have to cover a few more of these in metal and add other things to them. I decided to put lights on them. I figured that they could be little light stands. I've used these other lights in some projects. I think they're alright. And if I can't find a use for them for my action figures, then I'll just use them to light up scenes. Because it's nice to have like little blocks you could just set places and light up things. I think that'll work. So I'm going to cover this block with some coffee stir sticks. Just cut them into shape and glue them on using some tacky glue. I also have some skinny sticks. I have these paint sticks that I picked up, and they're pretty neat. They also have a watercolor effect, so if you add water you could kind of smear them around. So I'm thinking I could age these. I started by just cutting them and gluing them into place with the tacky glue. The tacky glue gives me a little bit of time to move it around and get it adjusted right. Then on the smaller blocks I covered it too. This one didn't turn out so nice. On that big one I covered the sides with some shaped sticks, and I think those turned out pretty good. I did the same with the smaller block. It just took a while. I'm not going to lie to you, it was kind of tedious, but it turned out pretty cool. To add to my collection, I also picked up some wood pallets from the Dollar Tree. They were $1.25. This is a wooden pallet, or sometimes we call them flats. And then a other wooden pallet. These are kind of on the small end for 1/6 scale, but pallets come in all shapes and sizes, so I'm not too worried about it. I think either way it'll turn out pretty good. It'll be a great collection to go with my wooden crates. I used some of that with the paint sticks to add some color and age to them so they're not so bright, and it turned out pretty good. I think they turned out really nice. On the blocks I also added some color to, so it wasn't so bright. And these fit pretty nicely on the palette. This is going to turn out pretty good. I'll probably go back and make more of these wood crates. I have 2 so far, and I really like them. They turned out neat. A great use for recycling these little letter blocks that other people would probably just throw away. I figured that I could stack these in different configurations, get at different scenes or different barriers. It looked pretty cool, a little diorama, I think. I think these blocks turned out really nice, and they're pretty good size for my G.I. Joes. The little wood crates to fill the scene. Well, that's all I have for you, so let me know what you think of my wood crates made out of letter blocks. If you have comments, please drop them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to collect, inspire, and create.